Well, good morning, everyone. Can I welcome you to Eden Court? We should have, I think, round about 100, maybe 150 people here over the course of the day. And in addition to those of you who are sitting here, then we also have potentially up to 100 others joining us through the live streaming of this event. So whether you're here in the audience or whether you're joining us virtually from elsewhere in the Highlands and Islands or the known universe, then it's good to have you with us here at this Discover Digital conference. This is the second of two Discover Digital conferences taking place, last week in Glasgow and today here in Eden Court. And from my point of view, really important event where we can bring together industry experts, organisations from across the Highlands and Islands, people involved in academia, and a wide range of interests to look at how we can all maximise the investment that's been made in digital connectivity, how we can secure maximum benefit from improved connectivity. And we're really grateful today to have some of the biggest names in the industry, from Google, from IBM, and from Microsoft here contributing to the day's programme. Can I also just encourage you, however, in addition to listening to our speakers, to take time to visit the exhibition stands upstairs. There's lots of information on lots of different initiatives, lots of different activities, and please do take time to have a look there. I just want to say a few words by way of introduction, and I guess since I took over this job as Chief Exec of HIE 5 years ago, I've probably advocated one cause more than any other, and that is that the Highlands and Islands must be a digital region. Because so many of our opportunities, so many of our hopes for the region are underpinned by having really good connectivity. And I think there are probably three reasons why I think it's so important. The first one is that so often rural parts of the UK, rural parts of Scotland, rural parts of the Highlands and Islands fall within the 5 to 10% that doesn't seem to be covered when we get rollout of broadband or rollout of mobile or whatever else it might be. And it's really important from an agency point of view, and we've done this over many decades, whether it's from ISDN through to ADSL through to first generation broadband. It's really important that we advocate the cause of the Highlands and Islands and us having really good digital connectivity. It is unacceptable for us to be in the second division of digital connectivity. So we're making good progress on that, and I'm going to say something about that just in a few minutes. I think the second reason why it's so important is that people's expectations are changing or increasing. And we know just from our everyday life, whether it's banking or shopping or whatever else it might be, booking holidays, then good connectivity is important. And as it is to those who come and visit, tourists from around the world, increasing expectation that connectivity will be there and perhaps surprise when it's not. And we did some research amongst young people recently, and one of the most important factors that they identified in terms of their positive perception of the Highlands and Islands as a place to live and study and work was that we have good digital connectivity. But the third reason I think it's so important is because of the difference I think it can make. And in a region such as the Highlands and Islands, it's not difficult to think of some of the benefits, such as addressing some of the challenges of geography and distance, of bringing new opportunities for employment and other things to some of our most remote communities, island communities, in fact, redefining what remote actually means. I think there's also huge opportunities in terms of the attractiveness of the region to inward investors as well as businesses who are already here. It brings new opportunities in terms of economic development for our creative industries, for our business services, for our tourism industry, and on it goes. And irrespective of which business sector we're operating in, then I believe that enhanced digital connectivity brings real opportunities to develop new business models, to improve innovation, to drive productivity, and to make the Highlands and Islands an even more competitive place going forward. So from my point of view, there is nothing more important than that the Highlands and Islands becomes a region known for its connectivity, not in the second division, but punching above its weight in terms of digital. And there are various things that have to be done to get there, obviously, and I just want to mention two. And it's fine having great aspirations, but you need to have the infrastructure on which to deliver these aspirations. And over the last 2 or 3 years, we've been rolling out a £146 million project to get superfast broadband, fibre-based broadband, rolled out across the Highlands and Islands. If we were sitting here 2 years ago, 4% of premises would have access to superfast broadband. By the end of this year, it will be at least 84%. And as we sit here today, 67% of premises across the region, 165,000 premises, can access fibre-based broadband. And it's not in any sense that 84% is enough. We need to push on and get beyond that, and we're working closely with the Scottish Government on how we do that. In addition to that, Community Broadband Scotland, which we run across the whole of Scotland, is working with over 90 communities to help shape and deliver community broadband solutions, particularly in those areas where the fibre may not reach. And in recent months, I and certainly my team have been engaging very strongly with the mobile operators about how we can go beyond the current fairly poor 3 and 4G coverage across the Highlands and Islands and get good coverage across the region. And I have to say that we've been very encouraged by the plans that the mobile operators have got, and hopefully, certainly by the end of 2017, we should see very significant step change coverage in 4G connectivity across the Highlands and Islands. So getting the infrastructure right is hugely important, but it'd be one thing to have the infrastructure, it's another thing to actually do something with it. And that's equally important in terms of our focus. So a number of things are happening. There's a programme for the tourism industry as to how we develop the digital skills and digital capability of organisations within that sector. Last week, the Cabinet Secretary launched a new programme called Digital Boost. It builds on a programme which High and Business Gateway have been running here in the Highlands and Islands for the last 3 years. We're offering health checks, action plans, advice, and a series of workshops to organisations across the Highlands and Islands, helping them to capitalise on the digital opportunity which is there. Workshops on how to improve the website, social media, analytics, digital marketing, digital resilience, or cyber security is probably the phrase by which we know it. Today is an important part of that, hearing from organisations such as Google and Microsoft and IBM, learning from their insights and how we can take things forward. But I also just want to announce this morning a really important development, because Inverness will be the location of Scotland's first digital showcase, digital demonstration centre. And it'll open properly, physically, if you like, in a few weeks' time. It'll be co-located with HIE in our new building on the Inverness campus. And I'd encourage you to go and visit the Hello Digital, which is how it's going to be called. Go and visit the Hello Digital exhibition and speak to April and her team about this new centre. It's going to be a place where new technologies will be showcased, where events and masterclasses and other things will take place. And the 3 organisations who you're going to be hearing from today are going to be working with us on an ongoing basis as we deliver the Hello Digital Showcase Centre. So although it doesn't open for a few weeks, do sign up and get your name on the distribution list so that events that are coming up and planned, then they're brought to your attention. 2, for example, I know are already happening. In August, we're going to have a particular focus on augmented reality and virtual reality and how that can be of benefit to different situations. And then in September, unmanned aerial systems, which I think is probably known as drones, but how they can be used, whether it's for filmmaking or site surveying or structural inspection or so on. So can I commend to you the Hello Digital Showcase, which will be on the Inverness campus in a few weeks' time, but do express your interest and register your interest today. So that's all I wanted to say. I was delighted to have the opportunity to introduce this conference. It is top of the list of priorities. The region has to be a digital region. We are making good progress, but more has to be done and more effort, sustained effort over the coming years to make sure we achieve that. Today is an opportunity to hear from some of the leaders in the field, to network with colleagues around the exhibition space and to use this as a catalyst, as a stepping stone into a digital future, which is really important for all of us.